Hello and welcome to Out and About Art, your PGTV source for all things art in Polk County. I'm your host, Dion Spires. It's that time of year again and the holidays are right around the corner. And this month I'm giving you a look at a couple of holiday themed events that you can attend right here in Polk County. You may recall TheatreWorks Florida and the cast of The Marvelous Wonderettes from their appearance on the show a couple of months ago. Now they're back this month to talk about the second show of their debut season in Davenport. A sequel to The Marvelous Wonderettes, Winter Wonderettes is filled with fun holiday classics in a four-part girl group style. Check this out for more information about their performance.
The Winter Wonderettes is our second show of the season for TheatreWorks Florida, and it is the sequel to The Marvelous Wonderettes.
The first show was obviously really fast-paced and a lot of fun and really catchy and I don't know. But then this one is even more so, believe it or not. Even more dancing, more running around, and just a lot of shenanigans and fun.
We're excited because the same exact four girls are coming back to portray all of the roles that they portrayed in The Marvelous Wonderettes.
I could go on and on about what a good experience I had, like doing my first show with TheatreWorks Florida.
It's really good working with Scott as a director. Like I feel like I've grown a lot as an actor, singer, performer in general.
Coming into this group and having everybody be so ready to go and knowledgeable, and Scott is one of the most professional, probably the most professional directors I've ever worked with. Just he's completely prepared. As soon as we walk in the door, you know, we always know this is what we're doing today, this is what we're doing tomorrow, and we just work hard to stay on schedule and get stuff done, so everything just goes really flawlessly and smoothly.
I love the three other girls, and I feel like now we've bonded and become like a happy family. But yeah, it's been a really good experience all around.
If you did experience The Marvelous Wonderettes, you already know how much fun you're going to have when you walk into the theater with the same four girls, which we thought was important too. It was wonderful to be able to do both shows back to back and keep that exact same cast, because when I direct the show and with all of the girls' very incredible work, they create these characters that you really do fall in love with and you walk away remembering them. The neatest thing was when people would come after the show and talk with the girls and do a meet and greet. They wanted to stand forever and talk to these girls and reminisce about the 50s and the 60s.
They were saying it took them back, and all of those memories came back, and it was just a really good experience for them.
I think my favorite compliment from The Marvelous Wonderettes was a very nice lady who came up to me and told me, I knew each and every one of you in high school, meaning that back when she was in high school, she had the exact same characters right there with just different names, and she could really relate her high school experience to what we were performing on stage, and that was a lot of fun.
A lot of people came up to me and would say things like, oh my gosh, I was you in high school, or my character wears little glasses, and they would say, I had those glasses, or like, oh, you remind me of me and my friends. And it was really good to see people who could relate to the show in the time period. Even like while you were in the theater, you could tell how much fun people were having because you would see them sitting in their seats, singing along with you.
A lot of people that came up to me said, it just looked like you guys were having fun. And I mean, that's really the case with this group of girls. It's the case in this company, so I'm glad it reflects on stage.
This show is just a continuation from the last show, and so you get to see their story keep going.
This time it is 6 months after the fact, and they have been invited to entertain at Harper's Hardware Holiday Happening, which is a hardware store in town where one of the girls works. So they decided they would take on this gig, and they go and start to entertain the audience, and come to find out Mr. Harper, who is playing Santa every single year, has gone missing. So through a whole bunch of crazy antics, they have to keep the audience entertained, and there is a big surprise at the end of Act 1 that I can't tell you about because it's sort of the point of the whole story, that propels us into Act 2, where they just absolutely don't know what to do and they don't know how to cover, but it's filled with nothing but wonderful Christmas songs rearranged in 1960s style to stay within the time frame of the actual show.
I like it because it's very reflective of modern and postmodern day holiday music.
I'm one of those people who starts blasting Christmas music in my car like a month ago, like in September. I'm already there. I love Christmas music, love performing it. My favorite song in the show is probably Walking in a Winter Wonderland. It's one of my all-time favorite Christmas songs, and in this one we get to do it with a little bit of a Wonderette twist, which is very nice.
This is gonna sound so silly because it's only part of a medley. Marshmallow World. It's a marshmallow world in the winter.
When the snow comes to cover the ground, it's a time to play. It's a lifting day. I wait for it all year round. Those marshmallow clouds being friendly in the arms of the evergreens, and the sun is red like a pumpkin's head. It's shining so your nose won't freeze. The world is
When I was growing up as a kid, it was, for some strange reason, one of my most favorite songs at Christmas time. And I've taken that little number and turned it into a lollipop dance. So the girls do choreography with their big lollipops over their shoulders.
when in spring is late. In winter it's a marshmallow world. Woo! Ah!
I think the other one that I love is Snowfall. It's the only point in the show where the girls sit down and sing in beautiful four-part harmony, and the girls that we have cast in this show are absolutely outstanding. So to just get to sit and listen to their art is kind of a neat moment in the show.
This show is so much fun. I kind of feel like it's one of those that you don't want to miss, because I feel like no matter who you are, you will enjoy this show because of like the holiday just cheer that it brings, and because it is just so much fun.
You can't help but sing along or just have a smile on your face while you're watching this kind of show because it's a big ball of energy.
If you're a theater lover, you can come out too. There's still a very intricate plot in this one, and as an audience member, you get to be part of that plot, so that's a lot of fun too.
There's so many wonderful things to say about the Winter Wonderettes show. One, we want everybody in Davenport and surrounding areas and counties, Polk County, we want everybody to come out and continue to support this effort because we saw the reaction of the people who came to see the Marvelous Wonderettes, and I think everybody will be thrilled, surprised. Again, this is a professional company, and these ladies who are in this cast are professionals, and I think everybody's gonna be thrilled with the quality of entertainment that they get.
It's silly, it's quirky, it's just a night at the theater where you get to sort of just let loose and clap and sing along or hum along and just sort of just forget about, you know, whatever you're going through for just a little bit, and just have fun with us.
TheatreWorks Florida will present the Winter Wonderettes at their Davenport location from December 1st through December 17th. Shows will run Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They'll hold a family day on December 9th at 3 p.m., complete with holiday goodies and half-off student tickets with their promo code. Be sure to visit their website, www.theatreworksflorida.org, for more information. Another theater production is on the way from the Edge Theater Company, and it's sure to be a holiday treat. They're taking on a holiday classic with a stage production of It's a Wonderful Life, and here to talk to me about it at Highland School of Dance is Jennifer Marshall, the director of the show and the artistic director of the Edge Theater Company. How are you doing today, Jen?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for coming out here on your day off to come talk to me about the show that's coming up. I want to start off by letting the audience know that this is kind of a tradition for you guys. You guys started it a few years ago. When did you guys start this tradition doing it as an annual show, and why this show versus another holiday show?
We started last year as our kind of inaugural show. We did A Christmas Carol, and it's a great show with wonderful sound effects with the chains and everything else like that. But it's a part of our radio stage series that we actually have with our company. We're hoping to do more 1940 style radio plays with live sound effects for people to see. We like to pick Christmas classics that mean a lot to people. Bartow is a small small town. It's a wonderful community. It's a Wonderful Life really encompasses the small town feel and the sense of community. And we really wanted to honor our community where we are in that way.
It's a Wonderful Life is a pretty well-loved film. How does the stage adaptation compare to the film, if people really are?
It's a condensed version. I mean, ours is about an hour long, and the movie is about 2 hours long. And you can't see a lot of things. So It's a Wonderful Life is very visual. So we just took the very critical dialogue elements and the critical sound effects, and that's what you're going to get, an abbreviated version. But it's very fun, and your imagination really takes you right there.
Cool. So you're talking about the sound effects and everything. That plays in with your radio play concept here. Talk a little bit about that concept in more detail, what that means and how that differs from your typical stage play.
Well, in this case, the actors are going to read directly from the script. We have about 5 rehearsals, and the actors do a lot of the work on their own. And they stand right up to mics. We have mics that are in a more 1940s style to give effect, but you'll actually see the sound effects made right in front of you. We do have some that are pre-recorded, but you know, a door closing, you're going to see a little miniature door close. We have phones that ring, people that walk, footsteps. We even have scuffling sound effects. So you'll see 2 people scuffle, so to speak. So all that's really fun. And it's different for the actors because instead of making all of that happen themselves, they get to rely on someone else, and it's a different way of experiencing the story for them as well.
Cool. Now you mentioned that these holiday shows are part of a radio play series that you guys do. Why did you guys decide that the radio play style suited these holiday shows to form that series?
Well, we wanted to do something bigger for the community, something simple in the area that didn't require a lot of rehearsal, because the holidays are a real busy time for people to get together. But in the broader sense of our radio stage series, that's more focused towards people that are retired, maybe from the 1940s, 60s era, and we wanted them to have an opportunity to be in plays again without a lot of intense rehearsal time or memorizations. That's what it actually is going to expand to. We'll take shows, one of the ones we're looking at for later is War of the Worlds, where you don't have to rehearse. We'd like to take it to retirement communities or assisted living facilities, something in the vein of things that they're used to that are in their era. But these Christmas shows are a wonderful time to bring it to our whole community and get them involved in a different style of theater.
Absolutely. So what kind of age range do you have in this show? Is it all ages or primarily adults?
It is all ranges. We have 3 youngins, so to speak. One is 7, and then we have one in middle school, one in elementary school. And then the rest of the age ranges of our cast run the gambit. They're wonderful too.
Awesome. So talk about your cast a little bit. How wonderful are they? I know you've got nothing but good things to say.
They're a wonderful cast. And actually, this is the first time we had auditions. Last year when we did the show, it was by invitation. And so we just had a lot of wonderful talent come out, and I have been so impressed at how hard they work, how hard they concentrate, and I think everyone else will be impressed at the level of actual acting they bring to the show. One of my favorite aspects of the show that was completely unexpected to me is how many educators we have in the show, and I just think that shows the breadth of talent that our Polk County school system really has, and I just can't wait for everyone else to experience the cast in the way that I've been experiencing them.
Yeah, and you guys have a special guest who's included in the cast.
We
You guys
do.
announced it recently. Who's that?
We have Bartow Commissioner Trish Pfeiffer, who is a wonderful supporter of our company. She was our announcer and narrator for A Christmas Carol last year when she was mayor, and we are so excited to bring her back. Her energy in the cast just is astounding. It's a great influx of fun, and so we're just really glad to have her support and to have her back again.
Absolutely. I know she's a big supporter of the arts, so that's great that she's getting involved hands-on with the arts here. What's next for The Edge after this holiday season's over? What can people expect from you guys?
Well, we're working right now on our spring youth musical, and this year our youth musical will be open to the entire community. So we'll be looking to announce auditions for that show in February, and then the show will go up in April, so everyone stay tuned. make sure that you're looking out for that. That announcement will be coming soon into the new year.
Awesome. And where can people go if they want to keep up with you? Social media or website or anything?
Our Facebook page, which is, facebook.com/Edge Theater, RE Co, or our website, www.edgetheaterco.org.
And one more question for you before we kind of shift gears here. Give me the rundown of the dates, or the date and the time for It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life is happening Tuesday, December 5th at 7 p.m. at the W.H. Stewart Conference Center on US 17 in Bartow. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for students.
Excellent. Well, it's going to be a great show. It was good to see you again.
Very great to see you too.
Thank you for taking the time, and I wish you guys luck.
Thank you.
I'm here now with two of the actors from It's a Wonderful Life. I've got Deborah Brister and Kristen Chavez here with me. Thank you guys for being here with me as well to talk about the show and taking the time to do it. I want to start out by asking you guys, everyone's story is different as to why they come out for a show. What was it that brought you guys out to audition for this particular show with The Edge?
Well, I've been doing theater most of my life, and last year I went and saw A Christmas Carol, and it was really good, and I liked the style of the radio play. And then Jen Marshall got up and spoke afterwards, and I just really liked her energy. And I had some students that had known her and had done things with her, and they had spoken very highly of her. So I went up afterwards, and I introduced myself to her, and I said, I didn't hear about auditions, and there weren't any, as it turned out. I said, but I really like what you do, and I really want to be a part of this. So I got her email and found out more about her, and so I made a point that when it came around about the time to audition for this one, that I connected with her and made sure to find out when the audition was, because I really like doing it. It's my passion, I guess.
Nice. Yeah, I know what you mean about the energy from Jen, because I went and saw Beauty and the Beast Jr., and just her speaking in between. She's very captivating. She's very enthusiastic about what she does. So, Kristen, what was your reasoning?
It was similar for me. I have not been in theater a lot. I've done a little bit of work in children's Christmas plays at church and things like that. But I also attended A Christmas Carol last year, and it was a very neat way of doing it. I had never seen a radio stage play before, and I thought that was just a very creative way of telling a story. And I enjoyed listening to the sound effects and just seeing the actors as they were speaking their parts and reading those through the mic. But when I saw on Facebook, actually, that there were going to be auditions for another radio stage play this year, and A Christmas Carol is one of my favorite movies, and so I decided to go and try out. I'd never done anything like that before, but I thought that I would step out and challenge myself a little bit, and it was a very neat experience to be able to participate in something like this.
Kristen, can you talk about reflecting back on your first experience with the radio stage play, Christmas Carol, from an audience perspective? If someone has never seen one before, what is that experience like as an audience member to see it without the set and really stripped down like that?
It definitely causes you to use your imagination, which when you're watching a play with sets and costumes and actors, you get into it, but it's not quite the same experience. You really have to use your imagination, and it really involves all of your senses, because you're not only paying attention and listening as the actor is reading, but then the sound effect comes in, and that brings up another sense, and it's really interesting to see it that way. I enjoyed it a lot.
And from an actor's perspective, has it been challenging to do a show that doesn't have a full-blown set and have really specific blocking? I know you guys have blocking to mics, but what kind of challenge does that pose for you guys, or does it?
There's only one that I would say. That it's a lot easier in the sense that you don't have to memorize it, but the challenge is that you're not interacting. You are vocally, but you're not physically interacting, and you're not really looking at each other. You're reading it off the script. So it's just, you just have to have a different mindset for that.
One thing that I'll mention is we did do some interacting. So George, the main character, and myself, we we interacted physically, and we actually worked through the scene looking at each other and talking with each other. And then she said, okay, now we're going to move to the mic, and you need to use that same energy and that same passion as you act, but you're now looking out at the audience speaking into a mic. And that's very challenging to get that same feeling across when you're looking at a mic instead of a person's face. But it's definitely a fun experience.
Yeah. Now, Kristen, you just mentioned George Bailey, yes. And you were telling me off camera that you actually had a connection with him already. You are a coworker of his, and now you get to do this project together. Can you talk about that a little bit?
He has worked at Union Academy for a few years. I've been there for over 10. He is our chorus director, and I'm the 6th grade math teacher. So we don't get a lot of interaction at school. We're on different teams. He's on the elective team, I'm on the 6th grade team. But we see each other occasionally, and I've always seen that he was very active and a very fun, energetic person. And when I saw the Christmas Carol last year, he was one of the main characters, and he did an amazing job. And then when I saw that he was going to be playing the part of George Bailey this year, and that I'm playing the part of Mary Hatch Bailey, and that we're going to be married, we're going to be having some interaction there, I thought that that was a really neat thing. And it's also very interesting that his chorus is going to be performing some selections during the actual play as well, during some of the intermissions between the acts. So we're excited to hear them.
For sure. And my final question to wrap things up is, based on your experience working in this production and productions you've seen from the Edge Theater Company in the past, Polk County residents who haven't either heard of the company or haven't seen a show by them, why should they come out and check you guys out?
Well, because they're going to see some of their friends probably, and support local theater. I think it's awesome that we have this talent that will rally and put time into it for the community, because I mean, we're not getting paid, obviously, so it's a lot of energy, and I think that the people that come and see it, it'll help them get into the Christmas spirit. And I just think we need to support people in this great town, because it is a very good community that we live in, and it's just one more element to that community feeling.
I have been very impressed with the professionalism of the Edge Theater Company and all of the productions I've seen, whether it was with Bartow Elementary Academy or whether it was kind of on their own. Everything I've seen has been very professional. Everything has been handled, you know, all the details to a T, and it's nice to work with, you know, people who think about all those little details, and you feel like you can go to them and say, I was thinking about doing this, does that sound okay? And then being open to that and willing to listen to what you have to say, but yet at the same time, they've thought about every single detail, and it's going to be, their website says semi-professional or something like that. They're professionals. I mean, they're really amazing, both Jen and Marcus, to work with.
Excellent. That makes a world of difference. Well, thank you guys for being here and talking to me about the show, and I wish you guys the best of luck. Hope you have a great turnout.
Thank you
so much.
If you want to catch the Edge Theater Company performing It's a Wonderful Life, you can see them at the W.H. Stewart Conference Center in Bartow on December 5th at 7 p.m. Don't miss your chance to see this classic live on stage, featuring their talented cast and special guest, Bartow Commissioner Trish Pfeiffer. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit their website at www.edgetheaterco.org. Shifting gears to local youth in the arts, we took a visit to Socrum Elementary School to meet music teacher Ms. Gartrell and learn about the upcoming holiday performance being put on by her music classes. Titled Holidays in the Hallways, Ms. Gartrell put together a list of songs inspired by popular music to get the kids singing and in the holiday spirit. Check this out to learn more about her music program and the performance that they've been working on.
I've been here this is my second year. Before I came here, I was a teacher at a private Christian school here in Lakeland for 4 years. I taught music and Spanish. When I came in, they had the Mary Poppins of music teachers before me. Ryan Bentz, who got married and moved away up north, and I had this huge position to fill, but before I came in, they had substitute teachers and an itinerant music teacher that was just there holding the position until someone filled. When I came in, the kids didn't really trust me, almost because they didn't think I was going to stick around They had so many in and out music teachers, and they didn't understand that I was here for the long haul. I was going to invest in them.
Okay, let's stand up. Keep in mind the character that you're playing. Girls start.
It's 60 degrees, you must be freezing cold. Better bundle up, bundle up.
Excellent.
Our Christmas program at Socrum is called Holidays in the Hallways, and it will be held on December 19th at 6:30 at Bethel Baptist Church on Socrum Loop Road. It's literally right behind us. It will feature the kindergarten through the 5th grade, so all 550 students are invited, and that church is fantastic. They can house over 3,000 people without the balcony, and we'll be singing songs about wanting a rhinoceros for Christmas, how we wish it would snow in Florida, but it's never going to. And our big feature is we are going to be singing songs in Hawaiian and in Spanish. It takes a lot of research. Not only finding songs that would showcase the kids' talent, but finding songs that they're actually going to want to practice. I love going to breakfast in the morning. I have breakfast duty at 7:30 every morning, and I hear the kindergartners saying, "Can we sing this song?" And you hear them singing it on the way to class. And so I pick songs that it is a solo venture. I don't have a co-teacher because we don't have an exorbitant amount of students, but it does take a lot of research. I utilize several different publishers, but really it is just stumbling across songs that say, you know what, my kids are totally gonna dig this, and finding that cohesive element. One of our songs is has something about sing in the holidays. Well, the reason I called it Holiday in the Hallways is because our first graders were singing "Sing in the Hallways." So that was just that little cohesive moment that pulled it all together. So the music program has gone from the year before I came here, their itinerant teacher canceled their music concert, canceled their spring concert. So they had not had a concert. And now we're gonna have 2 this year. And if I can have my way, we'll have chorus after school, and we'll do instruments. And it just so happens that this job, it's not just a job. I get up an hour before my alarm clock every day because I can't wait to see these kids. It warms the soul. It's good for the heart, and it is multicurricular because it is cultural studies. It is mathematics, music, reading rhythms is fractions, keeping time, foreign language studies. All of the musical terms are in German, French, and Italian. I can't say enough about how happy being here makes me. I don't have children of my own. I'm not married, but I look at these kids like they are mine. I respect them. They respect me, and I don't think they see me as an authority figure. They see me as a role model. And I think that's the greatest enrichment that I get out of my job.
Holidays in the Hallways will take place December 19th at 6:30 p.m. at Bethel Baptist Church. Come out to support these students as they learn and participate in the arts. That's all I have in store for this month, but there will definitely be plenty of holiday-themed performances and events coming up through December, so as always, stay tuned for a list of events coming up in your area. Happy holidays from Out and About Art. We'll see you next time.